Four heads to roll. China's anti-graft campaign nabs 160 hospital bosses. White House clarifies Biden's China time bomb comments. China, disasters, internal turmoil, and upheaval are unfolding simultaneously. More than 160 hospital bosses have been netted by Chinese anti-corruption investigators this year as Beijing targets the lucrative healthcare industry, which benefited from billions of dollars in public funding under COVID. As reported by Bloomberg, at least 155 hospital officials were identified in the targeted campaign as of July 26th, more than double 2022's total tally. However, tallies by the South China Morning Post suggest that the total may have reached 168 this week. Sources and observers predict more heads to roll in the sector, which is well known for high costs and rampant corruption. Two senior pharmaceutical company executives, Winning Health Technology Group Chairman Zhou Wei and Fan Zhihu, chairman of Shanghai Serum Biotechnology, were reportedly under investigation for alleged corruption. Wang Jing, a commentator from Guizhou, suggested that the government was squeezing the sector for money. The government is merely cracking down because of financial difficulties and targeting those with conflicting interests, Wang said. On Monday, news surged regarding a 35.2 million yuan, $4.9 million equipment deal in which the hospital director allegedly took a 16 million yuan kickback. The sector's significant anti-graft campaign started just months after China emerged from its 3-year zero-COVID strategy. However, it stepped up a year as a July 30th deadline neared for people to hand themselves over in exchange for leniency. The National Health Commission revealed in March that health facilities nationwide have received more than $15.2 million, 110 billion yuan, since 2020. According to a source telling South China Morning Post, this healthcare blitz will continue into 2024. The source said the campaign will continue for another 10 months and the investigators will report to the leadership next June. New rules and regulations will be introduced based on the results of the investigation. The source added, so more heads of health commissions, hospitals, and medical suppliers will roll in the coming months. The White House downplayed suggestions that President Joe Biden is toughening his stance on China a day after he called the world's second-largest economy a ticking time bomb. U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby clarified the context of Biden's statements, stating, "The president is referring to the domestic challenges that China has at home, and some of those are on the economic front, and some of those are on the social and cultural front." During a political fundraiser in Utah, President Biden commented on China's economic situation, stating, "China is a ticking time bomb. China is in trouble. China was growing at 8% a year to maintain growth, now closer to 2% a year." He further added, "They've got some problems. That's not good because when bad folks have problems, they do bad things." Kirby said that the U.S. has consistently pushed back against Beijing's behavior. He said, "We've never shied away from calling it like we see it when it comes to China's behavior, intimidation, and coercion of not only their neighbors, but countries around the world." Biden's remarks are some of his most direct criticisms of China. His comments impact ongoing diplomatic efforts to reduce recent tensions and facilitate a potential meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Xi is scheduled to visit the U.S. in November to attend the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. President Biden's comments come at a sensitive time for China as the nation struggles with economic challenges. China's economy recently faced deflation, sluggish exports, high youth unemployment, and a property crisis. Once the country's largest developer, Country Garden is now facing the risk of default, deepening the ongoing property market downturn. It's unclear how Beijing responded to Beijing's latest comments. In June, after he referred to Xi Jinping as a dictator, China said the remarks were a public political provocation. Recently, frequent natural and man-made disasters in China have led to widespread demonstrations among the populace. Some commentators point out that these disasters, people's uprising, and political upheavals are occurring concurrently in China. Online users revealed that on August 9th, victims affected by floods caused by authorities releasing water without warning in Xincheng Village, Guobeidian County, Baoding City, Hebei Province, went to the government to voice their concerns. However, special police forces were deployed to suppress them, resorting to violent tactics. On August 9th, citizens gathered before the Supreme Court of Sontai Province, Shaanxi. Police sealed off the scene and up to 20 officers were stationed there. On the same day, a video circulated on Twitter showing residents in Henan marching and protesting. The videos showed about 20 individuals holding banners reading, "Punish severely corrupt officials of Wei Pei-shi who disregard the lives of over 2,000 households and strongly demand criminal accountability." Another banner read, "District Party Secretary of Guaolao District, Kaifeng City, Wei Pei-shi embezzled, even created a seal to transfer shares." The protesters chanted, "Give back our hard-earned money and punish Wei Pei-shi severely." On August 7th, clashes erupted between police and citizens in Compound Number 1 in Wulin, Hangzhou City, Zhejiang Province. Many residents were forcibly dragged into cars and taken away by the police. Online sources revealed that the incident stemmed from a fire that broke out in the compound on July 15th, with the 11th floor catching fire. Due to inadequate water pressure from the ground-level fire hose, fire trucks couldn't enter the residential area to extinguish the fire. There were no fire escape systems on the lower floors. After the fire, the compound was evaluated and lacking proper firefighting equipment according to standards and was required to rectify the situation. The property management company wanted to enter the compound to dig and repair equipment to cover up the inadequate fire safety measures. However, on August 7th, the compound's homeowners denied them entry, resulting in conflict. On August 7th, victims of floods caused by authorities releasing water without warning along the Dangxing River in Baozhou City, Hebei Province, once again went to the government offices to demand explanations. The people chanted slogans like, "Give back our homes." However, the police dispersed the crowd by using pepper spray. On August 6th, residents affected by the disaster in Dingxing County, Baoding City, Hebei Province, demanded compensation from the government. The authorities deployed special police forces to suppress the situation, leading to clashes between the police and citizens. Moreover, there have been reports recently that China's largest asset management company, Zhongxi Group, is facing difficulties due to a debt default of nearly $28 billion, 200 billion yuan, which sparked protests from affected investors. Shared images on the internet show some individuals being carried on stretchers while police forcibly drag other protesters away. Scholar Wen Zhao in Canada, a renowned cultural commentator, stated in his video channel that disasters, civil uprisings, and political upheaval are interconnected. Despite China's mastery of digital totalitarianism, it can't prevent reactions from natural disasters to civil uprisings. After disasters, victims are forced into concentrated areas, and large gatherings are challenging to avoid. Sealing off information becomes ineffective. During disasters, population dispersion leads to the temporary disintegration of community organizations and neighborhoods and the collapse of grassroots political organizations in rural villages and towns. The region's economy crumbles due to natural disaster impacts, and personnel responsible for maintaining stability at the grassroots level need more incentives when unpaid. Local governments struggle to provide relief funds, surpassing their capabilities and accelerating their collapse.